The Yamaha Ultramatic transmission is the most advanced drive system in use on today's ATV and side-by-side vehicles. Research proves there isn't a more durable CVT drive system in the industry. The main components of the Ultramatic system are the automatic centrifugal clutch, the drive clutch assembly, the one-way SPRAG clutch, the drive belt, and the driven clutch assembly. As engine speed increases, the automatic centrifugal clutch weights are forced outward and the engine power is transferred to the clutch housing. The automatic centrifugal clutch maintains constant tension on the drive belt, which is one of the primary advantages of the Yamaha Ultramatic system. This reduces belt wear and provides smoother operation, unlike the standard flyweight type drive clutch used on most other brands' ATVs and side-by-sides, which are constantly releasing and grabbing the drive belt, allowing the belt to slip, greatly increasing belt wear and can make operation rough and jerky. Many other manufacturers don't even offer a centrifugal clutch, Polaris being a prime example. Their CVT systems cause the belt to slip at idle. As you apply throttle, friction builds up until the belt catches and snaps engaged. Because of this design, the belt can slip in a variety of tough situations, burning or breaking and leaving you stranded. Honda's off-road vehicles offer several different transmission systems, some of which offer a form of clutchless operation. Some Foreman and Rancher ATV models use an electric shift program that's really just a manual 5-speed transmission with an automatic clutch, so you need to manually shift the gears, unlike Yamaha's automatic transmission. The Pioneer 700 side-by-side and some Rancher ATV models offer an automatic shift function, but with these systems, we found a jumpy, notchy transmission that seems to be hunting for the right gear more often than you'd like. The automatic centrifugal clutch is connected to the drive clutch, which houses the drive clutch weights. Centrifugal force acts on these clutch weights, forcing them outward along ramps in the drive clutch, which forces the two cone-shaped sheave assemblies together, squeezing the drive belt between them. Friction between the drive clutch sheave surfaces and the drive belt transmits engine power to the driven clutch. As the engine RPM increases, the drive sheaves are forced together by the clutch weights. The conical shape of the sheave faces force the drive belt upwards, which increases the overall diameter of the driving surface. This changes the effective gear ratio, starting at an initial low range to accelerate the unit from a stop, like first gear in a manual transmission, then to a higher drive range, allowing the unit to achieve a higher ground speed while maintaining the same engine RPM. As the drive clutch assembly is being forced together during acceleration, the driven clutch sheaves are being forced apart as the ATV or side-by-side begins to accelerate and the engine power overcomes drag and friction, moving the unit from a stop. This is referred to as upshifting. When the load on the drive wheels and tires increases to the point where it exceeds the engine power output, such as the unit beginning to climb a grade, a spring and ramp assembly in the driven clutch will begin to force the driven clutch sheaves back together. This will in turn force the drive clutch sheaves apart, changing the effective transmission gear from high range back to low range, just as a rider would begin to downshift a manual transmission when climbing a hill. This is referred to as backshifting in a CVT system. The one-way SPRAG clutch is another great feature of the Ultramatic transmission. This SPRAG clutch provides engine braking when the throttle is released or when it's going downhill, reducing wear on the ATV or side-by-side's brake system and helping the rider descend hills with more confidence. Many competitive brands don't offer a SPRAG clutch. As an example, Polaris models don't feature one. Polaris does offer an EBS system that provides limited rear-wheel engine braking, but can also cause rear-wheel lockup, and an all-wheel active descent control system on some higher-end models that you must remember to engage with a switch. However, active descent only works at speeds below 15 miles an hour and only with a closed throttle. If you forget to turn it off and you slow under 15 miles per hour, it's going to engage very abruptly. The Ultramatic's engine braking is natural and predictable at all speeds, and you don't need to flick a switch to engage it. All-wheel engine braking is just one more of the many features that combine to make Ultramatic the best drive system in the industry, bar none.